Strip away everything you've accumulated, every memory, every opinion, every relationship. What remains isn't you. There's just nothing there. That's not a provocation. That's closer to what neuroscience and philosophy have been quietly circling for decades. The self you carry around, the one with a name, a history, a sense of continuity, doesn't live somewhere inside you like an organ. It runs like a process. And processes are not things. They don't persist on their own. They require conditions. And when those conditions stop, they stop. Most people never question this because the process has never visibly failed them. It starts every morning before they're even aware of it, assembling history, personality, the feeling of being a continuous someone. By the time consciousness arrives, the I is already there, fully rendered, waiting. But there's a fraction of a second, right at the edge of waking, where it hasn't assembled yet. No name, no history, no sense of being anyone in particular, just awareness, without an owner. If you've caught that moment, even once, you already know what this is pointing at. Something runs before the self shows up. And the self is what that something produces, not the other way around. Here's what makes this more than abstract. The process can be interrupted. Under deep general anesthesia, the kind used in major surgery, patients don't experience darkness or dreamless sleep. They experience nothing. No duration, no waiting. The person who goes under and the person who wakes up are separated by a gap that contains no experience of being anyone. Surgeons have noted that some patients, upon waking, don't immediately know who they are. There's a delay, a reboot. That delay is the process restarting. And if the self can be absent for 2 hours while the body continues, heart beating, lungs expanding, cells dividing, then the self was never the body. The body ran fine without it. Which means whatever you call you is something the body produces under certain conditions. A kind of weather. Present when the atmosphere allows, gone when it doesn't. The unsettling part isn't that the self can disappear. It's that the body doesn't seem to notice. Consider what the process actually uses as raw material. Every memory you have has been reconstructed, pulled apart, and reassembled each time it was recalled, slightly altered by mood, by time, by what you needed it to mean. The opinions you hold most firmly arrived through channels you didn't choose, language you were born into, people who surrounded you before you could evaluate them. The relationships that define you existed before you decided anything about yourself. Strip those away, and what you're left with is not a purer version of you. There's a structure with no contents. This is where it gets difficult to sit with. Because if the self is assembled from materials it didn't choose, using a process it didn't initiate, producing a narrator who believes it's the author, then the feeling of being you is real. But the thing it points to may not be. Not a lie. Something stranger than a lie. A functional fiction. Necessary, maybe, but fiction. And yet, the process continues. Right now, as these words land, something is integrating them into a story about who's listening. The self is assembling itself around this very idea of the self being assembled. That loop doesn't resolve. It just keeps running. Which brings it back to the moment before waking. That fraction of a second where there's no name, no face in the mirror, no thread connecting you to yesterday. That moment happens every single day. Most of the time, the process restarts so quickly it leaves no trace. But occasionally, if the conditions are slightly off, illness, exhaustion, a particularly abrupt alarm, The gap is long enough to feel. And in that gap, there's something that can't quite be called nothing. Awareness without a subject. Experience without an experiencer. The question that doesn't resolve. If something was there before the self assembled, what exactly was it? And if it was there before, where does it go when the process runs?